Hello sweet friends, it's Sarah at Crochet with Coffee, and today I am going to show you how to do a magic ring and do it slow and detailed so that you can see all the steps of how you do a magic ring. And this is one that will not come undone because you will also weave in your tail and you will have a very secure center. This can work really well for granny squares. It can work well for the center of anything that is a circle. So very, very helpful for different projects like that. So I'm going to hold the yarn in my fingers like this. I'm going to lay it across my pointer finger and my middle finger. I'm going to hold it down with my thumb. Now I'm going to wrap it around my fingers twice. So I've got one wrap, two wraps. Right now I'm going to wrap it a third time, but I'm going to cross it over the two that I just made. So I'm going to cross it over like that. And then I'm going to hold that tail down with my ring finger and my pinky. Okay, that's what it looks like on the underside. I'm holding the tail with my thumb, and on the top of my fingers it looks like this. Now I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to go under the first two loops that we made. And then I'm going to grab the top loop, so the loop that we crossed over here. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to pull it underneath the two other loops on my hook. I'm just letting that thread slide through my ring finger and my pinky. Okay? And then I'm going to twist it a little bit and then go back to where the yarn is in my ring finger and my pinky, and I'm going to grab that and pull it through that loop I just made on my hook. Okay, and you just created a chain. So now you can remove these two fingers from your loop. I hold the knot or the chain on the top there, and now you have your magic ring. Now you can work inside this, whether you're doing your first row of your granny squares or single crochets or whatever you're doing for your ring. I'm just going to do some single crochets. So I'm going to just single crochet right into that ring and just do as many as you need to. Okay, so whatever your pattern calls for, you go ahead and do that. I just did 8 so that I had something on here. Now I'm going to pull on this tail. I'm going to lay it down so you can see exactly what's happening with this. So we have two loops here for this magic ring. The two loops that we looped around our fingers to start with. And we have our tail. So with the tail, we're going to pull on that tail and one of these loops is going to move. So we're just going to pull the tail and see which loop moves. Okay, now that loop moved. We are going to grab that loop and we are going to tighten it. We're going to pull it so that this other loop tightens up. So we take the loop that moved and we are going to pull on that loop and the other loop is going to close up. So you can see it's closing up those stitches. Okay. Now when that is all closed up, you still have that loop you just pulled on. You're going to take the tail and you're going to pull that and that loop is going to close up. Okay, so that is your magic ring all closed up. Now I'm just going to do another row around here really quick so that we can sew in our ends. I want to show you how to do that because it's very important to make sure that you tie in any ends that you create in your crochet projects, especially when it is holding the center of your project together. So this is very important to not clip this end here. You want to make sure that you are sewing that in. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly. I'm just going to quickly work around this so that I have something to sew it into. All right, so now we're going to handle this tail that we have. Now what I like to do is use a metal I like to use a metal yarn needle, but if you have plastic, that's fine. I find that metal slides through the yarn a little bit easier. So I'm just going to lay my yarn needle across my yarn, and I'm going to flip the yarn over and just pinch that around the needle and then feed that little loop through the eye of the needle. Now what you're going to do to sew in your ends, you are going to weave your yarn back and forth at least 3 times. If your yarn is a little bit more slippery, you might need to go more than just 3, but I'm just going to feed this needle through the fibers of the stitches that I created. And I like, if it's variegated like this, I like to try and match the color that I'm going through so it doesn't stick out. You don't see the color. So that was one pass. I'm going to go through a second time. Just make sure you're not pulling the end. When you get to the end, you're not pulling very tight so that it doesn't bunch up your stitches. It's just laying through the center of those stitches. I like to do this on the back side of the project because then you can't see it on the other side, just in case. But you really can't see much of anything on the back either. So now once that is sewn in, so I went back and forth 3 times, and now I'm just going to clip the yarn. You can go as close to your project as you safely can without cutting stitches, and that is not going to come undone at all. That is a secure center. It will never come undone. That is safe. You can wash, dry, anything that your yarn label says that you can do for care, and your magic ring is secure and will not come undone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. If this video is helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe if you'd like to stick around for more yarn related fun.